Success is 20% strategy and 80% mindset. So your mindset is extremely important, and what quantum physics shows us is that your mind is what's creating your reality. It's actually the combination of your mind and body, but it all starts with the mind. So your mind is really important. You have to get your mindset right in order to attract the success that you're wanting. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 important mindset tips for success. If you apply these 3 tips, it will help lead you to that successful life that you are wanting. So the first tip is to meditate daily. Now, I talk about meditation a lot in my videos, and that is because it is an extremely powerful tool that we should all be using, because it really has the power to change our lives. And we can use it in so many different ways. There are so many benefits and purposes with meditation. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples of how this will help you get into the right mindset so that you can attract the success that you're wanting. So through meditation, what happens is as you close your eyes and you're disconnecting from the external environment, you start focusing on your internal environment. And as that happens, your brain waves drop. You drop from beta brainwave into alpha and into theta. And as your brainwaves drop like that, you also break through the analytical mind. So the analytical mind is that the chatter brain, the monkey brain that just never shuts up. We're always having these thoughts. And so during meditation, as you drop in those brainwaves and you break through the analytical mind, that is when your mind goes quiet. You have no thoughts. You've dropped from your head and into your heart, and you just become pure consciousness. And when you're in that state, it's really easy to tap into these elevated emotions, like gratitude, for example. And when you can tap into these elevated emotions, where you're feeling good, that is the key to attracting in success and attracting in your desires. So when you go into that meditative state, you dropped out of your head, you're tapping into these elevated emotions, you're feeling good, and then you come out of the meditation, you will spend the rest of the day still with those elevated emotions, feeling really good, and your chatter brain, the monkey brain, will still remain quiet for the rest of the day. You won't have that negative internal chatter that's telling you why you can't do things and how you're not good enough to be successful. So that's a great reason to be using meditation, because if we have that negative inner critic always talking to us every day, that is going to create problems, that is going to create blockages with our success. So that's why I recommend meditating every day, like start creating this practice. And another reason that's really good for using meditation as well is that it's a great tool to keep you out of survival mode. Because most people spend 70% operating in survival mode. And if you're living in survival, you're living in stress. So if you're stressed, your mind's not working right. If the mind's not working right, the body's not working right. So it's really important to keep ourselves out of survival mode, which is the sympathetic nervous system, and to keep ourselves in the parasympathetic nervous system instead, which is known as rest and digest. Because when it comes to becoming successful, you have to be in the right emotional state, as well as having the right mindset. You've got to have that right emotional state to be able to attract these things in. So again, if you're operating in survival, you're going to be stressed, you're not going to be in the right emotional state. So that is a couple of great reasons to start meditating daily to keep the mind and the body right to attract in success. Now, the next 2 tips that I'm going to give you is also linked to meditating daily. So the second tip is to reprogram your subconscious mind. Now, this is an extremely important tip because your subconscious mind is what rules your life. 95% of the outer reality comes from the programming of your subconscious mind. So the programming of your subconscious mind is what controls the results you get in your life. results around how much money you earn, how much success you attract, or, career opportunities, job opportunities, your health, love and relationships. Everything is controlled by your subconscious. And most of us have had shitty subconscious programming done to us. A lot of us have that lack, scarcity, and poverty type programming. And if that's your programming and you're wanting to be successful, you will not be able to attract that success in until you change your programming. So this is why it's extremely important. And the way that you change your programming is by meditating daily. That's why the first tip was to meditate daily, because if you create a daily habit of meditating, it will literally completely change your life. It is extremely powerful. And the way you use meditation to change your subconscious programming is, firstly, you go into that meditative state, and like I said, your brainwaves will drop from beta to alpha to theta. And when you're in the theta brainwave, that's when you've broken through the analytical mind. So the analytical mind is what separates the conscious mind from the subconscious mind. When you break through that analytical mind, you're in the subconscious. So that's the theta brainwave. So when you're in theta brainwave, this is how we can influence our subconscious mind in an extremely powerful way. So what you want to do is, once you're in theta brainwave, you want to start using visualization or mental rehearsal. And they have done scientific experiments that prove mental rehearsal gets results. So what you want to do is you just want to start visualizing yourself in the desired reality, and the reality you want to be in, with the success, the abundance, the financial abundance, whatever it is that you're wanting to create in your life. You visualize yourself being in that reality now. And I recommend to incorporate as many of your 5 senses into the visualization, because the more senses you're adding into it, the more real the visualization seems. And then once you do that, you want to just get emotionally involved. You want to feel the emotions as if you are already living your dream life of being successful. You want to feel the emotions of having your wealth and your financial abundance and just living your dream life. When you tap into the emotions of that reality, what you are doing is you are tuning into the vibrational frequency of that reality. And that is how you manifest and attract it in. Because whatever frequency you're tuned into is the reflection you get back. These are the laws of the universe. So if you're constantly, like every day, tuning into the vibrational frequency of your preferred reality, the reality where you're successful, that is how you will manifest it and attract it in. So with reprogramming the subconscious mind, the key is repetition and consistency. And another great thing you can do as well, whilst in that theta brainwave, is you can also listen to an audio recording, some type of subconscious programming recording. There are many on YouTube. You just find one that's like about, wealth and success and abundance, and you use earphones or headphones and put them in before you go into that meditative state. And then as you drop into theta, that audio recording is going straight into your subconscious mind to reprogram it. What's even better is you can listen to an audio recording whilst using the visualization technique and use the combination of the two, which will be even more powerful. So you've really got to get into theta brainwave and get this information going into the subconscious. And like I said as well, the key is repetition. So you've got to be consistent. You've got to do it daily. I actually recommend doing it twice a day. And the best time to do it is right before you go to sleep, because you can manifest while you sleep. And the last thing you think about or listen to or watched before going to sleep gets taken into the subconscious mind while you sleep to marinate for those 8 hours while you're sleeping. Because as you go to sleep at night, your conscious mind disconnects. You're in the subconscious mind for those 8 hours of sleep. So you want to use your meditation and visualization to visualize that scenario right before sleeping, so that you can take that visualization to marinate in your subconscious mind while you're sleeping. So that's a really powerful way to, reprogram. And then the second best time to use meditation and visualization is when you first wake up in the morning. So I would recommend doing it first thing in the morning and right before going to sleep. And another practice you can use to reprogram is just by writing down your goals every day. You can write them down every day, say them out loud every day as well. And that's another great way to reprogram the subconscious mind. Because like I said, this is really important work. But once you change that programming, that is when the results will just start coming in effortlessly. Now, my third important mindset tip for success is to listen to your intuition over everyone else. Now, the reason I say to listen to your intuition over everyone else is because your intuition will always guide you the right way in life. It will never steer you wrong. And your intuition is linked to your higher self. So we all have this higher self that operates in a higher level of consciousness that is connected to our soul. And this may be a bit esoteric for some people. There are a number of sources that talk about this, about us having a higher self. And you can receive communication from your higher self that will guide you. And one of the ways it communicates is through intuition. So the reason I say to listen to your intuition over everyone else is firstly because a lot of people project their own limiting beliefs onto you. So if you're telling people that, let's say you want to build a successful business and you want financial abundance, a lot of people, because they don't believe they can do it, will project that onto you and make you think or feel that you can't do it either. So that's the first reason why I say don't listen to other people. It's really important to listen to your intuition. Your intuition will steer you the right way to become successful. Now, another reason is also because people can make you doubt yourself if they're projecting their limiting beliefs onto you. And then if you have doubt creeping into your mind, that's affecting your mindset in a negative way, and that will stop the successful life that you're trying to create from coming in. So don't listen to other people. Learn to listen to your intuition. And you can strengthen your intuition. You can improve it because, for example, like before I had a spiritual awakening, I still had pretty good intuition that really did save my ass in a couple of situations back in the day, quite a few years back. If I didn't listen to my intuition, I could have been in a bit of trouble. And so it really does steer you right, and it really can save your ass. And so after having my spiritual awakening, I learned how to strengthen my intuition even more. And the way you do it is through meditation, which is why the first tip is to meditate daily, because this meditation will really set you up for success. So when you meditate and you disconnect from the external world and you start putting the focus on the internal world, that is when you start strengthening your relationship with your higher self. So you have this inner guidance system inside of you that has all the answers. And you can strengthen this relationship with your internal world by meditating daily, by going within, strengthening this connection with these higher powers that are out there, with your higher self, so that you can start receiving more guidance. Because your higher self is always trying to guide you. Your higher self knows what your purpose is and is trying to communicate to you to help steer you the right way. But a lot of people aren't tuned in. A lot of people aren't tuned into their, inner world, and they spend most of their time being distracted in the outer environment instead. So by meditating daily, going within, strengthening these connections, you can start receiving guidance every day. So I've practiced this so much for myself, and a lot of it was also trial and error. Just like sometimes my intuition would speak to me, I'd listen, I was like glad that I listened, and then there's other times it spoke to me, I didn't listen, and then I realized I should have listened. So just by trial and error, I've learned to just know when my intuition's speaking to me. And so now I'm in a position from practicing and meditating daily to where I'm receiving guidance every day. Coming through, like I've got guidance coming through that's, just telling me what I need to be doing. And it's really helpful so that you're not feeling like lost, like, what do I do? You know what you're doing. You've got the guidance coming in. So you can get that too. You can have guidance coming in every single day. And like I say, just start up that meditation practice every day. This is what's going to set you up on that road to success. So I hope you like this video, guys. If you got some sort of value out of it, let me know by smashing the like button or write a comment. And I'm going to link a video here that will teach you more about the difference between the ego and the intuition. Especially if you're new to learning this sort of thing, it can be a bit hard to differentiate between the ego and the intuition. So check that video out. Hope you have an awesome day. If you like this sort of content, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification. Peace.